Good morning, guys. It is actually the morning, and I was going to start filming this a lot earlier. I was up pretty early. It's 11:04. My phone has been going ballistic. There are people outside on golf carts. My phone was going absolutely ballistic. If you guys don't know what happened, if you haven't had time to get on social media or look at the news, by the time you watch this, you probably have. But if you didn't hear, there was a mass shooting in Orlando, Florida. Orlando is only about an hour away from where I live in Florida, and the last update that I received was that this man killed 50 people and wounded 53. They identified the gunman. I don't know if they caught him, if he got away. I don't know what's going on, but I just want to say my thoughts and prayers are going out to anybody affected by this, any family members of the victims. It's scary. We live in a really scary place, and you never know what could happen at any given moment. But enough of the sad stuff. We're going to make today a good day. My grandparents come back home tonight. I have to be to work at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Boo, that sucks. I don't want to go to work tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the morning, but I really don't have a choice. It's my job. That sucks. I will see you guys. I have some stuff to take care of, and then I'm going to do some computer stuff, and then I'll see you guys in a second. For you, which will probably be like a couple hours for me, but a second for you. Power of editing. Update. I haven't been filming much. I'm not really going to have time to do much today. I mean, it's just like computer work. I got a Minecraft video up. That's good. I'm just doing some work on the world. I'm going to talk to some friends. I've just been kind of like getting everything ready for my grandparents are coming back tonight. And I just want to make it a little easier on them, so I'm just kind of cleaning and, just making sure everything's good for when they get back so they don't have to do a whole lot. Yeah, it's super hot outside. I'm going to eat my lunch. And then, take care of the animals and just do some stuff like that. So today's probably going to be a very boring vlog day. I do apologize for that, but I love your faces, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, so I got everything pretty much taken care of. Got the AC on for the animals, took care of the birds, took care of the dogs, stuff like that. I just talked to my grandparents. They made it to their gate. They are flying back today. I know I mentioned that earlier. And so far, everything's on time. Actually, when they flew back on Thursday? They left Thursday. Their flight actually got delayed by like 3 hours. So, or 2 hours or something. But right now, they made it to the gate. Their flight is on time. They will be leaving at 6 o'clock. They will arrive at 8 o'clock. And then they have about an hour drive back from the airport. So not too bad. But it sucks because I have to be to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm super tired for some reason. My phone was going crazy because of the whole thing that happened in Orlando late last night, early this morning. I just had all kinds of notifications. I had people asking me if I was okay because I was I don't live too far from Orlando, so it's all pretty crazy stuff that happened, and it's sad. It's a sad day. It's crazy. It's a sickening world we live in, but I mean, there's only so much you can do. You can just. It's sad. It really is, and it sucks, and I don't really want to talk about it too much, but it's a terrible thing. But everything is going to be fine tomorrow. Should be hopefully a bit of a better day. I'm sorry today was so boring, but I completely forgot that this is when they flew back in, and then I completely forgot. My days are just kind of everywhere. They're just jumbled up. I totally forgot today was Sunday. The Minecraft video, however, is kicking some serious ass. But there's something I want to talk to you guys about a little later on in the vlog. And I think that's what we'll talk about it, and then not too long after that we'll end it, because it's something that I really kind of thought about recently, and because Willard and Mr. G-Stuff are actually talking about moving to Florida. If you guys don't know, Mr. G-Stuff actually used to live down here. He moved down here with me when I first moved down, and he actually just recently moved back to Pennsylvania in April, and he's honestly kind of considering coming back down again, and him and I are really planning for this, hopefully with the spring of this year. The spring of next year. The spring of 2017. Less than a year away, I think. Yeah, less than a year away. So, we're trying, and we have some really cool plans. Hopefully this all works out, because him and I are actually going to do it right this time. Last time it was just, we kind of moved way too fast into things. That sounded really wrong. I don't mean it like that, but I mean just moving in together. We're going to do it better this time, though. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and just hang out, talk to some friends, do some stuff, and I'll see you guys a little later on. Okay, so it is 7 o'clock. My grandparents should be landing within an hour or so, and then they'll be here in 2 hours. I want to talk to you guys about never running away from your problems. And I thought about this because, I was talking to a friend, and they were asking me, I thought you were moving back to Pennsylvania because of everything that happened. And I thought about it, and, I was like, no, I'm not going to move back to Pennsylvania. And they asked why, and I told them, but you guys don't know, but when all this stuff happened, before I started vlogging, I went through a really tough time. I honestly considered moving back to Pennsylvania, and there was people telling me to do it, there was people telling me not to do it, and I was really honestly torn. And because I was depressed, and because I was, my anxiety, I was making irrational decisions. I was thinking stupidly, and I almost acted on it, and I'm glad I didn't. But basically, when all this stuff happened, I was like, I'm going to just move back to Pennsylvania, I don't even want to be here anymore, and at the time, in my head, that seemed like the right thing to do. And then I really, I talked to close friends and family, and I felt, like I said, I had people do it, I had people saying, don't do it. And I talked to one friend in particular. I used to work with her. She is like my second mother. And I called her up and I was like, look, this is my situation. And she knew, she was the person that was there for me every single time I ever needed her. And, without her, I wouldn't have been able, I probably would have made a stupid decision. And she told me, she was like, sometimes running from the problem is the bad thing to do. Because the thing is yeah, one door closed in my past, but it opened to many more doors for my future. And the thing is I almost just gave all of that up. I almost quit YouTube. I almost quit my job. I was just ready to pack up and just leave and not look back at anything. And, she told me that, and she was like, you really can't run from your problems, but do what you think is best for you. And she said, I would really think about it. Sit down and think about it. And I did. And I'm glad I never went back to Pennsylvania, because I would have went back to a small town with no friends, back to a crappy job, and living at home. And I didn't want that. I had nothing back there for me, and if I would have run from the one problem down here, it would have caused many more problems for my future that I wouldn't have been able to get rid of, that I wouldn't have been able to run away from. So, it's just one of those things where sometimes it's better to just stare your problem in the face and kick its ass, because sometimes running away from it's just going to cause more issues, and that's what almost happened to me. I would have never picked up the camera and started vlogging my everyday life. It just would have never happened. I would have quit YouTube. I have almost 5,000 subscribers on my Minecraft channel. It's to a point now where I can, my channel is becoming something, and I was about to just throw that all away because of depression, because of anxiety, because it was stupid, because I was making stupid choices. But I just really want to say, guys, if you're going through a hard time, and sometimes you feel like you only have one option, you don't. There are many options. Don't ever try to run away from your problems unless you absolutely have to. But I highly recommend just sticking through it and letting it get better, because it does get better. It got better for me. I never thought I would get over what happened. I never thought that I would be able to put it past me to move on. I thought that was it. I'm done. This is it. My future career is done. Because for me, my life changed in an instant. I went from one place to another just in the blink of an eye, and I just kind of went with the flow. It never really sunk in, and when it did, that's when all those bad thoughts happened, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Literally, I'm not gonna lie to you, I honestly thought about moving completely out of the country. I thought about packing my shit and going to Belize, of all places Belize, because my aunt was talking about it, and I was like, I really want to go there, and I looked it up, and I was really considering this, and now that I look back on it, it's what was I thinking? But, guys, please, if you're going through a hard time, don't run from your problems. Face the problems, kick their ass, and you will be a better person in the end. Learn from the experience and grow from it. With any experience, whether it be good or bad, take that experience as a life lesson and grow from it. But I'm going to go do some stuff. Just a couple last-minute things before my grandparents get here. So, yeah, I will see you guys later on to end the vlog. Sorry today was so boring, and tomorrow's probably going to be boring because I have to work at 5 o'clock in the freaking morning. I complain about it every single Sunday, But then when I get to work, I'm fine. It's just the fact that I have to wake up early. I don't like it. But I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, update. I just talked to my grandparents. They landed. They're in the car. They're on their way home. Everything is good. That's good. I didn't know. I was hoping everything would be fine with their flight because, like I said, their flight up to PA got delayed. This flight was good. It was on time. That's awesome. But now it's that time where I end the vlog because I have to be up super early in the morning. I'm not looking forward to it, but work. That's all I gotta say. So I'm going to end the vlog here, guys. Just remember, if you are going through it and having a bad day, that it is just a bad day. It is not a bad life. Stupid autofocus. Now you decide to work. Keep fighting. I love you. And I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's boring vlog because I work. So